up, Doug?
All right.
You're going to introduce me.
Yeah, we're all right. Doug Miller here with Meaty Thighs. We're going to try something different today. We're doing a little critique. We're going to have Meaty Thighs watch this epic hammy session that I did the other day that Baby Bird filmed.
You're already doing a good job on the retail side.
Yeah, did you see that? I was setting up.
Yeah.
So Gold's Gym, one of our good partners, is crushing it with Core and America. Just had to make sure everything was in order.
What you putting in your drink?
What do you think I'm putting in there?
Americaminos?
No. AB Sizzle.
ABCD?
ABC.
ABC.
Yeah, this is my intro. So I already drank my pre-workout. I think I probably had Zap that day. Zap and some pump and then do an ABC and then, oh, look at that.
What about that? What is that?
People
want to know.
Can't tell people about that.
That is always a secret. You never have mentioned what
So
you
usually I take some Sis's pre-workout. I take some Alcar and some NR. So from HPN, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. I'm pumped already.
Let's get it. All right, so hamstrings.
Yeah, so Bobby's original version of this was like, it was like making love song.
I loved it.
It was like juicy and it was slow and everything was slow motion and all you saw were my tight butt shots. Yeah, it was a little too raunchy for me, so I had said, Bobby, we got to do a voiceover instead.
So we're going to tell people exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, so 5 minutes, recumbent bike. This is where I get the rest of my emails done, from the day. This is when do we train here? This was like, what, morning? Yeah, this was morning. So I'm all over the place. Usually I'm like late morning or early afternoon or sometimes in the evening. I look pissed off there. This is probably one of the 21,000 emails in mine.
Probably an email for me.
What is that? Oh, that's my calendar? What is that? Oh, no, so that's the new retail space we're going to be looking at for the nutrition corners. That one's up in Gaithersburg. But we kind of nixed that already. We're moving to Bethesda instead. Look at that. 21,000 emails. Let's go.
That would give me anxiety. That does give me anxiety. I have 17 that won't go away. I don't know how to get it. It drives me crazy.
There's like Mark All. All right, so I've been having a little bit of a hip issue. I don't know if it was like a labrum or whatnot, but I've been doing this hip circle, and man, this thing lights you up. See? Like I'm feeling my butt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do this regularly as well, and this is for stability.
Well, you do it more for your back, too. So, like, this has helped my back, knock on wood. I haven't had any really back issues since I started doing this. I feel like it puts everything in line.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the core engaged because you gotta keep it tight.
And then I'm not sure what I'm doing there.
Roll it out.
Roll it out. Yeah, so I'm actually up there real deep, like, working on the groin because that right hip has just been flaring up a little bit. So, getting in there on the PVC pipe. Look at that rolling.
Yeah, get the blood moving. Get the blood in there.
Yeah. Everyone asks me, what is that? It's just a piece of...
Cuck special.
It's a cuck special. Yes, it is. Can we put a little cuck face in here, Bobby? Yeah, put him right down there by the pipe. So, yeah, it's just like a PVC type of piping and then with a little duct tape on the end. It's way better than the foam roller. It gets in there deep.
You still sell those at the stores?
I don't think so. We used to make them and sell them for like $20. I don't think we do it anymore. All right, so... leg day in the morning usually takes me a little while to get going. So I was on the bike for 5 minutes, then I did the hip circle, then rolling out. So we're like a good, 15 minutes in before I start hamstring curls. So first exercise, laying leg curls. I basically start with something I can do 20 reps, super light, real easy. And then I just keep going up, 30 to 50 pounds at a time until I can't get 20. And that's pretty much what I do. So we ended up with like 7 sets or so. But you can see, like, I don't even have, kind of like how I train my biceps, I don't do, like, look, my leg doesn't fully extend out all the way.
The damn rom,
the Doug range of motion. But it works really well for me. I find when I extend all the way out, I just end up bothering my hamstring more than anything, and they don't grow. So maybe it's, my hamstrings and my biceps are probably my 2 stronger body parts, and maybe there's something to that damn rom.
I think there is. I mean, it's a tension thing.
Yeah.
And
it's a mind-muscle thing. It's like I don't really, critique people on their range of motion. Do what feels best for your body. If I go lower than that, I feel like my hamstring's just going to tear.
Well, I think there's a time to stretch the muscle, and then there's a time to kind of pump it and activate it. Like, I guess in a stiff-legged deadlift, that would be more...
Look at that nasty jaw.
That's not my thing.
It's just...
That's mold, dude.
It's not mold. I clean it with soap every day. It's not mold.
Are you sure? Every day?
Every day, like twice a day. That's anabolic right there.
That would sell for a lot.
Yeah,
we could get
some creeps out there.
Right, Bobby?
So, I'm doing 20 reps here.
How many sets did you think you did on this?
I did 7 or 8 sets. So I started at like 50, 80, 110, 140, 170, 200. So what's that? That's like 6 or 7 right there. And then I think I put another plate on.
You do a drop?
Did I do a drop on this? I don't think I did a drop on this because I think I did so many. You know, we're talking 120 reps in now, and it's the first exercise. So feeling good here. Good lighting on those hammies. Nice work, Bobby.
Those ape joggers.
Yeah, those ape joggers. They're good. We are coming out with co-branded ape core joggers too. Nice little plug there. Hopefully in January.
Peter, right. when are those coming out, man?
January. Well,
we've been waiting.
Peter, if you're listening, this is on you, brother. All right, look at that ape spot. You gotta tag him in this post. With the slow-mo, Bobby. It's kind of erotic. I don't know about the slow-mo here.
It's that inner.
That's the inner alien. See, it's the inner thigh meat that really. Most people, when they diet down, you know, they get that gap in their leg between their legs. For bodybuilding, that's not a good look. Not a good look at all.
Sometimes you gotta have that. You want to get shredded. I had it.
You gap?
Don't hate on it.
But just if you did a little more adductor work, you know, a little more hammy work, fill that in.
Probably wouldn't have messed my back up either, huh?
Probably. Probably. A little more balanced. Now here's where all the secrets happen. I have probably 40-some books like that. One day, we got to take a picture, Bobby. We got to take a picture, stack them up.
Well, I still think you do like a Throwback Thursday, and we post one of those
workouts from the day.
From like 2008 or something crazy. Go back and
You're not even the media manager, Meaty.
I just come up with great ideas. I'm his director.
Look at this. All right. Moving on. So we did 7 or 8 sets there. Moving on to seated leg curl. Same thing. I have a pretty fast tempo when I train, fast rep speed. I'm not really trying to move some weight here. I'm not just doing like a pump and hold and squeeze or anything. I find some of that, there's a time and a place for that, but now I'm just, as you can see, just trying to crush it. Like the post I made the other night. Some people just try to overthink training, and, you know, here I'm just trying to move some weight with decent form.
So I've noticed this too on a lot of your, I guess, hamstring workouts. You pretty much always start with a bunch of curls.
Not always, but it definitely warms me up more and, you know, gets my back ready to do some of the other exercises. I've stopped pretty much doing any type of Romanians. I never really feel it. So like a Romanian dumbbell, sometimes I'll do it. Romanian barbell, a deadlift, sometimes I'll do it, but really not. I do more like a group ham raise or something like that. I do hip thrust in this workout, I think. Getting a little sloppy here. It's a whole stack. You know, I've got a little bit of hip thrusting going on there, but I still really feel it. You know, at this point in time, my hamstrings are freaking pumped. So this last set was a drop set. So here I think I come forward and do a little bit more squeezing and holding on this one. So this is probably the 4th set here.
Yeah, you're getting a little technical here.
Oh, yeah. Eat your heart out, John Meadows. Yeah. So, I mean, as you can see, when you do different stuff like that, I mean, this is a lot harder than what I was doing than just moving the weight. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
Well, you changed the range of motion pretty much. You limit it more.
Ooh, look at those. Look at those customs. Nice shot, Bobby. Look at that. Are we trying to get a Nike sponsorship here? I think we should submit this. All right, so probably did about 12 sets of hammies. Hammies are pretty smoked right now. So now I usually go into some type of pressing motion that hits both the hams, quads, the glutes. I put the band on here because I find when you really try to drive the knees out, this machine, or just squats in general with the band, completely light up your backside. You know, your glutes, your hams, everything gets lit up using this thing. So I don't use this all the time. It's just I was feeling it today. So nice and deep on this. I think people do these machines like the hammer press machine and stuff like that, like these squat machines, and they literally do like half reps, quarter reps. But definitely below parallel on this. So I started with 1 plate, worked up to 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates. I think I get up to probably 6 plates on this, and I did it for 20 reps. At that point, I was toast. Pretty good form there, huh? What do you think,
Yeah,
matey?
solid.
Oh, that's
Very
my
consistent.
little, I'm not
Post
sure what I'm
Malone.
doing there. A little Post Malone, crinkly finger. Y'all feeling it.
Were you listening to music? You and this guy?
Was I listening? No.
I see
I
headphones.
think I was just feeling it. Maybe it was headphones. Yeah, maybe it was.
I didn't see it.
I didn't even see that either. Maybe I was just feeling it.
It's in his head.
Yeah, the demons. Pretty happy with that form. Have you ever done the circle? Use the circle to squat?
I use a circle so right next to this machine in this gym.
Yeah, that
is
one right there.
No.
Oh, the hack
The
squat.
linear on this side of us.
Yeah.
The linear hack squat. So it takes pressure off the spine. You're pretty much sitting in a seat.
Yeah. So I was having some knee was having some hip issues, and then incorporating the circles for the warm up, and then for about 3 or 4 weeks, I did all squatting motions, like a barbell squat, machine squat like this with that hip circle. Felt significantly better. Everything felt. My lower back felt better. My hip felt better. I'm pretty much recovered at this point.
I think doing the lateral movements too in the beginning of the workout are so big. A bodybuilder does everything front to back. We don't ever really go left and right.
That's true.
So it's good to activate muscles that you really don't use.
All right, so this is my moneymaker set here, I think. I think I get this 20 times, but
Get the full set on here?
pretty much. I think you can put one more on it. Oh, maybe let's see. Oh man, this is gonna be a long set.
These, I've noticed the weight's heavy as shit, but you do go slower here. Like on your squats and stuff, you're a slow descent.
Yeah, because I don't want to jack up my knees. That's just for joint health there. I mean, probably if I was young and stupid, I don't recall what I used to do, but like just for joint health, on all squatting motions, the descent is definitely a lot slower. I don't like to bounce off my knees, which, early on in my career, I probably did that. I'm sure somebody said, "You're going to wish you didn't do that when you got older." Yeah, so.
I don't know what number you're on.
It's got to be like
You're
8. This is
you're
like a
over
minute long. But these are the sets that I think really make the difference. Not many people put a shit ton of weight on there and will go for 20 reps.
Yep.
I mean, like, all those other sets, realistically, there were 6 sets here. 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, 5 plate, 6 plate. I would really only consider this last set my working set. So I actually did 1 working set here. Because those others, I did 10 reps. 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, working up. And then just went all out on this last one. But, I was gassed. After this set, I was smoked. Yeah.
That was my set.
That was my last set on there. Yeah, see, I can barely breathe. That's like my cardio for the day, too.
Where's your cardio?
I feel like death.
I'll shake him out.
Oh, shake him out. A little jiggle. Yeah.
This Post Malone is like too much Post Malone.
Yeah, there's a lot of Post Malone in this
I'm
office.
about sick of Post Malone.
All right, so I haven't really done these a lot. When I do them, I'll do them with the barbell, but this was my first time actually doing them with a Smith machine. It was way better.
Yeah.
So much better. You don't have to worry about juggling it, and I'm pretty lightheaded at this point. But I think we work up to about 3 plates here.
The setup for this movement's always a pain.
Yeah.
So I think Smith machines makes life a little bit
So I think
easier.
we skipped a set. We must be going right to 3 plates. I think we did 2 plates. Now this was freaking heavy. This felt heavy. And you can see how many times I roll that cushion.
Oh yeah.
That shit was tearing me up.
You gotta like develop calluses for that thing. Right there.
On your jump?
Oh, it's above your jump. I hope it's not on your jump.
Well, let's see. Well, shit, what am I doing? When I go back and look at these videos slow-mo, it's kind of creepy. So actually, this is Baby Bird's cameo. See that hand right there, that thigh? I was moving the bench too much, so probably going to be famous after this. So when I used to do these, I would bring it up and try to actually hold it up there, but I found that actually bothered my back. And I didn't feel it as much in my glutes. So I'm doing sets of 15, I think, with this. And
But you're contracting enough.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't need to hold it any past that.
Yeah. But when I first got into doing these, I was bringing them up as a bridge and trying to like hold it up there.
Yeah.
I could 225 was freaking heavy, and I just didn't feel it as much in my glutes as I did. So as I did in my back. So I speed it up here a little bit, and this definitely lights up your glutes. It's a good alternative to like deadlifts, I feel. A little bit safer. And especially since I'm going to be doing bikini, I need to do this and incorporate this one. Just kidding. It's hard getting in and out of this thing, though.
So I'm saying the setup for that. Like I used to have it on my programming.
Oh, look. He's flying in there. All right, so back to more curls. So this is a little bit of a weird machine because if you don't have the right height, like, see my knees are bent a little bit here. It's a little bit awkward, but. So just hitting the hammies from another angle. I do like the machine. It's just you gotta
get a stool.
Yeah, like I need to be higher. My right foot needs to be higher. Yeah, exactly. So you can do it the other way where your one leg is hanging off, so you're standing outside of the machine, but then it's hard to like grip onto it.
Hard to stack it.
Yeah.
I do a flexing and squeezing.
So you go real light. You go real light on that one. Well, you can see my upper body starts to twist when I'm going heavy. So this is probably like, this must be the last set of this then. Because I think I probably did 3 or 4 sets on this now. So we did 6 sets on the press. We did 4 sets of the hip thrust. And I think we did about 3 or 4 sets on here. So the fact that I'm down at the stack, this is probably the heaviest and the loosest form.
How many sets do you think you average per workout?
For which body part?
Oh, well.
25. I was just going to throw something out there. But again, I mean, what do you call a set? I mean, like on that, oh, look at that butt sweat.
Oh, man.
You know what? That's that's the capture video. That's the cover video right there.
Or that.
Or this one. So, yeah, a lot of dudes don't do this. They don't do it.
I love these machines.
I bet you do. Work those meaty thighs.
Yeah. Well, I'm limited now. You got to strengthen. I think a lot of my injury came from
not doing
weak hips.
Yeah. So I go more for like the squeeze and hold and really feel these. Like as you can see, I mean, it's actually hard to bring your legs together. Not only do you have your junk in there, but when you have big inner thighs, you know, you're not doing a huge range of motion there. So we did probably 4 sets there, about 30 reps each. So I don't mean to go that high rep on that, but we have the whole stack on usually, and so the machines are not that heavy. And then we moved on to calves. So
you do, real quick, do you do the adductor? When do you do that?
I do the adductor when I train quads. I do the abductor when I train hammies. So I split my legs.
Right. So
there really wasn't a quad day here.
Right.
So moving on to donkey calves, I usually pick 2 calf exercises. You can see here, it's a little hard because this is in slow-mo. This is in Bobby's lovemaking mode. Yeah. So you can see that, like, a couple things to notice is one is I push up and then I push up again. So, like, I try to stop the weight from coming down. It's the second push where you really get the feel. Some people would just, like, bounce up on their tippy toes. You don't feel anything. And the other thing is, so I'm doing it on here as well. My range of motion back, I just don't have it. But my calves get lit from this. But you have to do that second little push, at least for me. I do about 20 reps each, 4 sets, and pretty heavy weight. Like I'm working hard, as you can see from the grimace. Look at those faces, Bobby. We need a greatest hits.
You've been wearing a mouthpiece for how long?
Oof, 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah, I got a jaw issue. Jaw issue. My jaw shifts when I open solid, and I'll like grind my teeth, and yeah, that's why I don't chew gum anymore. I was addicted to gum. I think after my last prep, 2014, I was chewing so much gum.
I remember.
My jaw was jacked out.
We're in Arlington.
Just that sweet mint.
Turkey. We went to Mints.
Yep, sweet. The sweet mint gum was so good. Like that Orbitz sweet mint gum. I would literally chew 25 pieces a day. Yeah, it was bad.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a full pack and a half.
Did you count all those macros, bro? That's macros.
No, it was in my baseline. It was in my baseline, you know, so it was just in my baseline, so I didn't have to count it.
That's the secret, guys.
Yeah. If it's in your baseline, it doesn't matter. I got a couple of sugar-free mints in my baseline now, so I just don't track this. Well, actually, I don't track anything ever right now, so I think that's it. And then usually I train abs at the end of every workout, but I make sure Bobby doesn't put that in because it's so boring. I hate doing a video of abs. So I think I usually do like a leg lift, some lower type of ab exercise on hamstring day. And I'm writing everything down. I write everything down. I write how I feel. I write, whether I felt strong. All right, now here comes the load. There's probably 3 core load in there. Some vitamin C, some vitamin E. Yep.
Some NAC.
Yep, and some NAC. Exactly. You know the post-workouts. You must have watched my other video.
I have a little bit of a crush. Just a little bit.
Yeah, he's been rubbing my thigh this whole video.
Drinking what?
PWO.
Damn right you are.
3 scoops of PWO. What else?
5 grams of creatine.
Yep.
You used to throw in some taurine.
There's some, not post-workout. There might be overtraining solution. Sean has to send me more. Sean, if you're watching, send me more overtraining solution. That's it. That's a wrap. Keep crushing it.